Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
Bienvenidos. That's my phrase.
DELUJU. Yes, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about expectations.
We'll be talking about it over a variety of things. So the first one we're going to talk about is education-wise.
Ooh.
So, Judith, you first, go.
So this is like
All right,
parents' expectations, like
On what?
right?
Education.
On education.
Education. Okay. Well,
Bueno, si quieres.
they don't expect too much from me.
She said, "Sería perfecta." They already know.
Niñas andazo, perfecta y todo bien. No, I mean, with education, yeah, they were expecting for me to get a career. You know, like it doesn't matter on what. Pero algo, yeah, algo lo que yo escogiera. Yeah, si hubiera sido doctora, pues qué chido. Pero,
She said, "But I only have OnlyFans."
yeah, but I only have OnlyFans, así que se tienen que conformar con eso. No, but yeah, like they were expecting for me, for my brother as well, for my sister, like to have a career, you know. That's a must. Like get a diploma. Like whatever you want to do, that's fine. Like you know, like you wanna be a OnlyFans pro, like that's okay.
Un tibolera.
Yeah, as long as you're a pro, doesn't matter. You have your certificate with you.
Yeah,
That's okay. But yeah, it was a must.
What about you, Lupe?
For me, my parents always had the expectation of finishing university. When I was in high school, when I finished, my parents are like, pues ese es el básico. Like, you need to go higher. So little information, backstory about me. So I went to community college for my first 2 years, and then I transferred out for my last 2 years. And when I had gotten out of high school, iba a ir a universidad like right away. But I ended up deciding against it just because financially, like, I don't want my parents to pull out student loans for me and all that. So I decided to go to my local community college. And honestly, it was the best decision I ever made. Uno, por los loans. Sí tengo, pero por master's, not for undergrad. But my dad was actually really like disappointed porque iba a ser la primera que fuera como at like a university, and when I went to community college, he was pretty disappointed. Like,
because you're the second one,
yeah,
right?
second one.
But
And
your brother didn't win, or he did?
He did, pero sí tardó bastante. Yeah.
So no, he didn't win straight like right away. Cuando salió de high school. Oh.
No, como sí fue, pero pues tardó poquito más, and so en community college, so mi papá pensó que iba a ser el mismo, like nada más quedarme allí, not move over, and so we were in a little fight así y but later he learned that, you know, your first 2 years are the same regardless.
He learned cuando ya le dio el diploma de la university.
No, when I got my AA, that's when he like learned, and he was just like, oh, okay, like I see it now. Y ya cuando acabé de my undergrad andaba bien emocionado, yeah. Bien feliz and everything, but it was definitely a learning experience for both of us, I feel, because even myself, like, when I was in community college, like, I didn't want to tell people I was in community college. Like, tenía vergüenza.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, se tenía. Pero ahora, like, I'm very, like, proud, very, like, advocate. Like, yes, go do it. Like, save your money. But yeah. And then, so it was expected of me to, like,
I don't know. I just started laughing. But not for you, not because of you. Yeah.
But anyways, long story short,
Expectation was
to get my bachelor's.
So basically, the expectation de tu pa era que fueras a university straight away, right? That was
not university, pero que acabara. But he just didn't understand, like.
But before his expectation was like going, like straight to.
Pero está caro. Like, you guys can do that, good for you, pero pues uno está pobre. Pero yeah, and then when we all did our masters, he was happy about that too. Pero I think for education wise, like bachelor's, he would have been like happy. Pero there I go, exceeding expectations.
Period. I think for me, I am the middle child. I do have older siblings, but they didn't even, like, I think with my mom, she never pressured me into like going to college or doing that, but she would mention it to me like, hey, it would be nice, you would have better opportunities and stuff like that. So I think for my mom, it was just like her expectation was for me to just at least graduate high school, because my siblings didn't do that. You know what I mean? But I always felt the pressure in myself to like exceed and go the above and beyond, because I did want to make her proud. I did want to show her like, hey, one of your kids can do this. You know what I mean? Just because my
like you didn't fail.
Like, with the master's degree,
yeah, with the master's degree, period. You know, I didn't want her to feel like she failed it any type of way, because I think I've mentioned it before, like she always gave us the tools. It was just how we ended up, you know, using them in order to, you know, go with life. But I think once I did that, she was like really happy. And unlike you, Lupe, I wish I would have known about, you know, community college. But again, I'm the first one to ever even go to college. So I went straight to a 4-year. And yeah, it was pricey, but I didn't know that there was other options. I don't know, like no one ever told me. I just got accepted and I was like, hey, let's go. But yeah, like I said, I think my mom's expectations were to, you know, finish high school, but you know, thankfully I got my bachelor's and my master's. So
well, I got my bachelor from Wish, so so I don't know, guys.
I'm dead. I cannot. So I guess our parents had, you know, similar expectations.
Yeah.
What about, do your parents have any expectations for you to like own property, like a home or business or just things like that? Like what do they expect from you guys, careers or anything like that?
I mean, career-wise, to have like a successful career and make money. Property-wise, yeah, to eventually own my own house. Just to give my kids a better life and build up that like generational wealth and pass it along.
Yeah, I would say the same. I mean, my dad will be, my dad and my mom, they will be proud if I get a house. They will be happy. Pero, pues I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, obviously they want
what's
that.
best.
Yeah, what's best for us. Yeah, so we don't struggle, you know, like
I think
life.
Same with my mom. Like, she would be so happy if I owned a home, and that's obviously something that I'm planning for and I'm working towards. So I know that that's something that I know. Cross your fingers, you guys, everybody.
Good vibes only.
Yeah, good vibes only. No me estén echando
malas vibras. Yeah. Malas vibras.
So yeah, I think my mom would be super happy. I mean, she's proud of me now because, you know, I've done a lot. I've exceeded her expectations. You know, I'm trying to grow my business. And of course, like the house would be something big just because, you know, some of the struggles that we've had in the past, where we like literally lost everything and we didn't have a home, we didn't have anything. I think like for me to accomplish something like this, it would just... it would make me really happy. Yeah. Coming soon, Mom. We're gonna get on una pinche mansión.
Woo! Barbecue at Denise's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Barbecue with all of our followers.
Carne asada.
Carnita asada. I know.
¿Se va a hacer o no se va a hacer?
Sí se va a hacer, güey. Sí se va a hacer. Buenas vibras.
Buenas vibras.
What about marriage, guys? Expectations for marriage. Dun, 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 dun.
Bueno, pues me imagino que they expect me to get married.
They've never told you like, hey, Lupe, ¿qué pedo? ¿Qué está pasando?
They have, like, jokingly. Bueno, pues maybe it's not a joke. Pero ya
maybe you're taking it as a joke.
I know, pero tu papá es like, ¿es en serio, güey?
No, so before I had introduced them to Chris, my boyfriend, shout out. My dad would joke around with it a lot, like, hey, ¿qué pedo? ¿Cuándo vas a tener hijos? ¿Cuándo te vas a casar? ¿Cuándo te vas a ir? And now that I, like, have him and I brought him around to my family and everything, ya no salen esos jokes.
He's like,
quédate.
Dice, ¿estás segura, mija? No te vayas, vénganse aquí.
Yeah. No, he always tells me, como, tu cuarto siempre va a ser tu cuarto, like. And so I'm like, better.
Oh. So no, I think that they expect for you, like all jokes aside or whatever.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Like, I feel like cultural wise too, like, the only way to like properly for them to move out of the house would be like through marriage or engagement, some kind of commitment. If I were to move in with like, let's say Chris, like, then they would want to see like some kind of commitment.
Oh, so they would want you to be like
Married.
Not at least engaged.
I feel like at least engaged. Para que sí, like, they're like, okay, no, nada más se van a juntar ya.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But what if you're gonna be engaged for like
next year? Oh, okay.
10 years.
Dang, the pressure's on, Chris. I hope you're ring shopping, bro.
What do you think, for example, if you guys get engaged and move out in su propio place and pasan los años, do you think they're gonna be like, hey, ¿cuándo va a haber la boda? Like, do you think?
Pues sí, pero pues yo también voy a decir, hey, para este día, pues también.
Lupe wants to get married.
I do, I want to.
Well, yeah, you want to get married.
Uy, pachanga, o sea que se va a hacer la carnita asada y ya cuando agarra mi casa y después la recepción.
Un Disney wedding.
Yeah.
No,
Disney
no,
wedding?
not Disney wedding.
Let me find
Pues
out.
que nomás no sea en tiempo de frío. Porque
It's
pues no.
because, look, at Disneyland, you either have two choices. Bien temprano o bien noche. Y yo soy nochera, so bien noche. Catch me
Sí, no,
there.
pues yo voy a llegar tarde.
Okay, guys.
Yo
yes,
de noche voy a llegar tarde todos. Tarde.
I'm dead. What about you? What about marriage? What are your parents?
Yeah, just-
With me, honestly, I don't feel that pressure on like marry someone. Pero sí como de que mi papá
Quieren
he
nietos.
expects yeah.
Quieren nietos.
Like he like no importa que no te cases. Like
Ay.
yeah, like puedes vivir aquí like con tu hijo, but he wants a nieto.
Wait.
I'm like, I'm
No
sorry,
importa que
Dad.
no tengas vato.
No importa, porque traigas un chamaco, trae un chamaco.
Oh,
Y yo de,
that's sweet.
no.
That's sweet.
But yeah, my dad, honestly, my dad and my mom. Well, my mom is more like chill, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She's more like, no, ni te cases, you know, like, y si no quieres. But también sí me dice like, oh yeah, like have a kid, you know, like, well, just enjoy your life right now and then eventually have a kid. Like, pues ya cuando, you know, but no, I don't want kids. Hashtags, no kids. But yeah, like my dad, he's the only one que quiere más como un nieto, but like he doesn't expect me to get married, to be honest. Yeah, like no, I don't, no.
Yeah, I think for me it's kind of the same as Judith. My mom doesn't expect for me to get married, and I think that that's something that I've had conversations with you guys about. That marriage has never been in like my plans. Like I'm not. I don't know, Lupe, maybe like when you grew up, when you were growing up, when you were little, you were like, oh, like cuando me case, like did you always have plans?
No, never.
Oh, because I know like a lot of girls are like already
They
planning their
imagine like their wedding. Yeah, no,
I've never had that. Like I said, my mom raised us as a single mother, so it's not like I saw like, oh, my mom and dad type of situation. It's always just been my mom. So I don't know if that's why I never thought about it. So all my life up until this point, I've always said I like never want to get married, and I've always been very vocal about that to like people that I've dated in the past or like my current relationship right now. I've always been like, I don't want to get married. I think the hot question is like, if my current boyfriend would propose to me, would I? And my mom always said, cuando llegue el que sí va a ser, a lo mejor te va a cambiar tu
pensamiento,
right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I already have a life with my current boyfriend now. We have a kid together and everything. So I think I would be open to the idea. But again, I think he respects that I've always felt the way I have. And it's not like my mom doesn't expect me to get married, or like my current boyfriend already knows like, hey, that's not something that we've really talked about. So, you know what I mean? So my mom never expected that from me, and so I never even gave it a thought, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, I've never really gave it a thought either. It wasn't until like when I would get serious in a relationship that I was like, oh shit,
I wouldn't get married.
No, like what's the next step kind of things, or like I don't know. Yeah, I guess like that. Like, okay, how do we make it not official? Well, I guess official. I don't know.
What about let's see, what about kids? Dun, dun, dun. Pues tú dijiste
Well, I already say yeah.
que tú no quieres que-
At what point did you realize que no querías?
Desde que estaba plebe. Ay, de los 3 años. No.
She said, esto no es para mí.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know when I decide to, I was like, no, I don't want kids, you know. Ay, con esa cara. Como si, But, okay, to be honest, I'm lazy. You know, I'm lazy. To be honest, I don't like to cook. imagínate, like, someone who gonna be dependable on you. Like, you have to get up to cook them para breakfast, you know, like,
lunch,
they have
dinner,
to, yeah, like, you have
Snacks,
to take, I don't even take myself to the doctor. How people expect me to take my kid to the doctor? You know, like, things like that. Honestly, no. I don't see myself, like, being a mom. And I don't feel that, how do you say, motherhood or no?
Instinct,
Yeah,
or
like como quieres hacer
Como
mother.
que quiero ser
Yeah.
mother. I don't have
The
that
desire
feeling.
to be a mother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. No.
But your parent, okay, but you've said
I've been
right now
telling
that
my
your
parents that, like, I
but
don't
your
want-
dad would want one. Does your mom put that pressure on you?
No, not really. It's like, pues, she. Well, they kept saying, like, sí va a tener hijos, but like, no.
You're like, no.
No, you guys want to bet?
In the next video, Judith,
She's
I'm
pregnant.
Cereal.
Imagine.
No más embarazar. ¿Cómo se dice embarazar?
¿Embarazaría?
¿Así se dice?
¿Embarazar?
Oh, yeah.
¿Embarazar?
Sí, es La Roca.
Oh, yeah.
Con
Oh,
The
yeah,
Rock.
yeah.
Niño
10 niños ni siquiera como
Ay,
conejas. Pero porque me va a mantener bien, I don't mind. But no kids. Well, that's right now. That's my mentality right now.
Yeah.
But maybe in the future, who knows? You know, like como dijo tu mamá, like maybe puede llegar el indicado
Y cambia su
opinión. Like, I want a family. I want to get married.
I just feel like we should never say never.
Yeah.
Just because, like I said, like with the whole marriage thing or whatever, like, you know, I've always said no, but I don't know, maybe in a couple, it could be months, it could be years, it could be whatever, like maybe I would want to have that, but as of right now, I don't know.
Denise's boyfriend, pay attention.
I know. It's been 85 years. I'm just playing. Kids. I think for me personally, as
Ya tiene una.
Well, you have one already, but what about having more?
Get it? Coming tonight. Antes de
Practicar en la noche.
Golosa. You know, kind of rewind though. I think with my mom, her expectation, not expectation, but I think she always knew that I was gonna have children because I've always like, you know, I never said I didn't want some, right? That's something that I was like, yeah, I'll have kids, you know, whatever. She was just not wanting me to have kids at such a young age.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, I've seen my sister, you know, go through that experience where she had kids at a young age. You know, friends that I had that had kids at a young age. So I think her preocupación was like, just don't have kids at a young age. You know, and I think, obviously, like I just stated, I think having friends and having my sister have kids at a young age, it just made me realize that that is not the way I wanted to live my life. I personally wanted to have kids ya cuando yo los pudiera cuidar con mi propio dinero, con, you know, that I would have that responsibility where I didn't have to depend on anyone. So I think I had my son at a perfect age. I think the expectation, not only from my mom, but I think in general, is like, cuando tienes uno, is like, ¿y cuándo va a venir el otro? Like, that's so, like, rude. Like, let me just figure...
What if you only have one? Yeah.
I think it's fine if I have just one, but of course my mom's always like, ay, pobrecito, se va a quedar solo. And just, you know, things like that. I'm like...
Yeah.
I don't even like I don't even talk to my siblings, so I'm like, I'm the only child.
I think he's happy like that.
He's fine. He's happy. He's living life, getting everything he wants. So I think the expectation was for me to not have a kid at a young age, and now that I have a kid, it's like, okay, when are you gonna have the other one and the other one? And I'm like, oh my god, girl. So yeah, I think that's kind of the expectation on my side. What about you, Loops?
For me, bueno, pues, honestly, I'm at like that quarter life crisis, donde no sé si quiero o no sé si quiero o no quiero. I was very adamant by a very young age that I wanted to be a mom and I wanted to have kids. Y ya creo que hace un año que I really thought about it, and I was like, fuck, maybe it's not for me. Maybe it's not for me.
You guys would be great as tias for life.
Tias for life, yes. Pero, I don't know, I'm still debating. I have talked about it with my boyfriend so far, and we're okay. If it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. Pues, vamos a ser los tíos ricos. Sí, no, pero sí, pues, sorry, sobrinas.
I think either way, I mean, kids are a blessing. Like, I'm very happy with my son. I think I've always said that my son is like the person that like changed my life, saved my life. Like I adore him. I'm so happy. But it is a lot of responsibility. It really is. You know, kind of what you were saying.
Cuesta mucho.
Yeah.
But you know, like it's well, with this new generation, like it's different, you know, but back in the days, you know, like
Era normal tener
hijos, and they were expecting you to have a family. They were expecting you to have a kid. Like if you're a woman, you need to have a kid, basically, you know. And we need to start changing that. Like we need to start changing that mentality, because it's not.
You know why though? It was because back then people stayed home. Now it's like, hello, us women want to have our own businesses. You want to work. You want to build an empire.
Like, exactly.
And not only that, like before you could survive off of one income, and now you need both.
Yeah, like the economy changed. Yeah, like the lifestyle, dude. Like it's like really dangerous right now. You know, like think like that.
As time goes, a lot of expectations should shift. You know what I mean? Because like they're saying, like, you know, back then it was like common to have 8-10 kids, like perfect. But ahora, like, dude, where?
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah,
I'm not here.
It was like easier back in the day, like getting a house. You know, like, but now.
Olvídate.
And the salary is not that good, you know, like no está como bien compensado. So I'm like,
it's just everything's expensive. I mean, think about gas prices. Think about just everything, the food,
childcare. Like, is it gonna be worth it to work?
Yeah.
You know what? Now that I think about it, back in the day, my mom never paid childcare. We were just like, no abras la puerta.
I know.
Okay. But yeah, what are, I guess, comment down below, what are some expectations that you guys had growing up, or that you guys may have for your children, or whatever the case might be, if you agree with some of the expectations that we mentioned. But I think for today, that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video.
Yeah, next Thursday.
Peace. Cut that vamos.
So it's already recording. I can put it a timer. I'm gonna put this down here. Can you see my phone on the thing? Sorry, I can't see it. No. No, you can't see it, or there. Quítalo, Bobby. Look at this one. Alright. ¿Ya está grabando? Yeah. Yes. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna start. Okay. We have to turn off the candle. Oh, yeah. Se me olvida todo. I think it was just something. It has to be true. I know. Alright, guys. 1, 2, and...